Hello, my loves, and welcome to Aura Talks. My name is Leandra. I'm a human design specialist and work in the holistic health field. And in this video, we're going to talk about another environment, which is shores. So if you have not done so yet, you can find out how to calculate your chart in the video linked up here. And also, if you're interested in finding out about all the other environments, you can look at all my previous videos about environment. So in human design, we suppose that every person has an ideal environment for them, which is charging up your personal energy system and is helping you to get back into your alignment. So if your environment is shores, that means that you're basically on the last step of evolution from all the different environments. We're starting with caves, markets, kitchens, mountains, valleys, and then shores, which means as it's on the last step, it's really all about people mingling, coming together from all different cultures, from all different backgrounds, bringing together their cultures on a spot on the shore, basically coming with boats, how you can visualize it, and bringing together their cultures, being a multicultural place. But what it also means, geographically talking, is we're having the coming together of two different sets of environments, meaning we have the water and then we have the land, and the shore is where they're basically coming together. Which means that shores is all about transitioning, it's all about borders, it's all about going from one state to another, it's all about transformation, it's all about change. Therefore, people who have shores environment, first of all, will love to stay or live at places that are bringing together two different sets of environments, which could mean a physical shore. So actually the water, living by a pond or by a body of water is going to feel very, very good for you. But it could also mean where, for example, forest and city are coming together, or where like the desert and the green space are coming together. So any two different sets of environments where you have the option to go from one to another. So having stimulation, having options is a huge theme for shore people, which means also talking about what we said earlier, people coming together, mixing their cultures, having the option of having Japanese food today and maybe Indian food tomorrow, etc. Having different cultural opportunities, different sets of foods that you can try, etc. So really the mix of cultures, and therefore the stimulation and the options is a big theme for shore people. However, you want to check that you're staying on the border of that and don't get sucked into the city, for example, or into the desert. You always want to make sure you have both sides, and you can choose which side you want to go to, which feels more correct. And just knowing that you have the option doesn't mean that you have to indulge into every single opportunity that there is. So a prime example could be New York City, for example, which is, as we know, a melting pot of all different cultures. It's right by the water, so that's where really water and land are coming together. Has so many rivers included in the city as well. So that would just be one example. What I observe personally is that shore people also love to travel. So they love to check out and go to different places, maybe also live in different places throughout the year. I see a lot of digital nomads having shore environments, or people who have, for example, two places where they live, two residencies. Maybe in winter they're going here and in summer they're going there, or a few months here, a few months there. That's a very typical shore scenario that we're having. So in terms of your home environment, you want to make sure, again, that you're either having the landscape around you that allows you to be on a body of water, or maybe on the border of the city, etc. But in terms of also internal, you can check how are you creating your space so you have that feeling of transition, of being on the edge, of being on the borders. And that could be having really big windows, having a terrace or a balcony where you can be basically half inside, half outside the house, or where you have the idea when you're sitting on your big window that you're basically on the edge and you can look out and potentially have all the options that you're seeing, but you can also withdraw in your house and have all the options that you're seeing there. Usually, shore people also like to have water integrated in the house, or having a nice bathroom, any of this sort. So maybe having like I think they're called like lava lamps or something, where there's like water, or like an artificial well inside your house, or like a fish tank, something of that sort, might feel really, really good for shores people. I was mentioning that in all of the videos about the environment, but there's also always a few job ideas that I'm giving, but that's obviously just a very short, reduced side of the spectrum. So make sure you always follow your strategy and authority, and you can check that in the videos of the type. And in terms of what job you want to follow, what's correct for you, only you can know that. But what I'm seeing, there's like tendencies. And if you want to know more about your personal human design, which I would always recommend to look at it at a more holistic perspective, you can book a reading with me where we're really looking at the correlations between all of them, because sometimes we have like factors that are canceling each other out, or that leads you to a different perspective. So it's always good to have someone who kind of like interprets the whole chart. If that's something you feel called to do with me, you can find my links down below and book a reading with me, or also an energy reading where I'm using numerology, my intuition, tarot cards, all my knowledge that I've gained throughout the last years to help you find answers to your problems, or we can look at certain themes in your life. So that being said, some job ideas for shores people could be working with international institutions. I know someone who works with the WHO, World Health Organization, and traveling quite a lot, is always on the go, also working remotely, so that allows her to travel from place to place. I know someone who is also self-employed, so she also has clients in different countries, so moving between different countries. I know another person who is producing carpets, so half of the year they're, or like part of the year they're in Africa, part of the year they're in Greece, and part of the year in Berlin. So having several home bases, so we see anything that allows you to move, to be in motion, can be very beneficial. But obviously everything also that works with cultural spaces, so in a cultural center, for example, or with art, where you integrate different areas of the world and their art forms into museums, and you're creating an exhibition about that, or you're bringing together different people for having maybe a panel talk or something of that sort. Anything where it's about culture, it's about community, it's about mutation, it's about transformational spaces and processes, but also anything that would allow you to move freely. So yeah, let me know if that resonates with you, if you have anything to add. If you're a shores person, I'm always curious to know how it resonates with you and what it does to you. Yeah, and I hope I see you in my next video, and I'm sending you so much love, and bye for now.